For today's office hours, we're highlighting our newsletter piece that came out this morning. It's a really exciting announcement for an upcoming webinar that we've got planned with the Online Media Campus. This is a group that is doing wonderful things for not just the Illinois and Iowa press associations. Actually, it's the Iowa Press Association that sort of started it, but they've conglomerated into this whole online educational series where they bring in experts from all over the world, like a year-round conference. And we've been invited again to speak. And this month, it's going to be on April 7th, I'll be talking about the opportunity for serving the growing mobile audience. And my main objective with this webinar is to put attention on this and bring the stats to everyone's attention, because you may not realize exactly how much of your audience is coming from mobile. And when people think about designing their website, or they just think about what does the average user see when they come to my site, they're probably pulling it up on a desktop and thinking through, okay, where is everything positioned? And is the subscribe button in the right place on the desktop? But statistically speaking, you really need to look at a phone, because more than half of the digital audience in the US is now mobile. Here are the stats. According to pewresearch.org, speaking specifically about Americans accessing news content, 86% of Americans are getting it from a digital device. Okay, so that's the first pie. We're looking at 86% getting their news from digital. And then within that group, 61% are coming from mobile. And that's a separate stat that showed that 61% of all mobile traffic in the US in 2021. By combining those, a very conservative estimate is that more than half of the audience is coming from mobile. But if you look at our publisher stats, there's quite a bit of variation. We're really looking closer to 70 to 80% of the traffic coming from mobile. So some of the things that we're going to be talking about in the webinar are just basic design principles to think about in a mobile first mindset. Always be checking, let's say you redesign the subscribe button and get it on the homepage. At the same time, be thinking about how it looks on mobile, because everything is going to be snapped into one column. And it may not always pop up exactly where you expected it. There may be a little bit of customization involved to force it to show up exactly where you want it to. And also things like ad design, thinking about how are your advertisers' graphics being viewed. And the most basic example of this is if you design a leaderboard ad and then run that in one position and just have that run on the mobile site as well as the desktop, the user experience and the display of that ad is going to be very different on the mobile phone. So you really need to think about maybe using a medium rectangle for that particular ad and have it target the mobile audience specifically. This event is going to be organized by the Online Media Campus. You can register through the link on the blog post. I just wanted to really quickly go into our stats program, Matamo. This is the stats program that comes with the Our Hometown WordPress platform, and it's the stats program that we recommend. There's a lot of benefits to going with Matamo. This is the most conservative, most accurate stats program out there, and this is what we support. So we recommend all of our publishers use this. And I just wanted to give a quick demo on how you can find out for yourself how much of your audience is coming from mobile. It's very easy. Once you log into stats.ourhometown.com, once you're on your dashboard page, go to Visitors, Devices. And that's going to give you a snapshot, whatever period you've selected. And I'm looking at a full month to get the average. You can look by day or by week. But looking at this particular site, we're looking at 62% of the traffic coming specifically from smartphones, but then there's also an additional 10% or so coming from other mobile devices. So again, the vast majority is on mobile. So even though the desktop might be the first place that you think to go when thinking about your website and thinking about how your audience is viewing it, you really need to shift that perspective and always check your mobile site first, because the numbers don't lie. This is where our audience is coming.